Dear friends in Ukraine, my name is Rічард Ovendен. I am Bodlei's librarian and the Helen Hamlin Director of University Libraries here in the University of Oxford, where I am also head of Gardens, Libraries and Museums, the group of cultural and scientific collections in the university. I'm very sorry that I cannot be with you in Ukraine, speaking to you at this event in person. Unfortunately, I cannot get away from the university at the moment. There is too much for me to do here, but I am with you in spirit. In 2020, I published a book called Burning the Books, A History of Knowledge Under Attack, which explored the history of the deliberate destruction of libraries and archives dating back to the 4th millennium before the Christian era, and bringing us right up to date to the era of the first Trump presidency. Little did I know that in February 2022, the horrific and illegal invasion of Ukraine by Russia would herald a new wave of the destruction of knowledge in your country. The deliberate destruction of libraries, archives and museums, the theft of cultural property, and the censorship of knowledge and ideas in Ukrainian or about Ukraine would be unleashed by Russia on an unprecedented scale. We feel very strongly here in the UK, in the library sector, in the museum sector and in the archive sector that your community in Ukraine is under intense pressure. We feel very strongly that you are on the front line of democracy, and it's been inspiring to see how you have protected knowledge, how you have coped with the destruction of your institutions, with the theft of your collections. But you have sought new and innovative ways to protect the cultural collections, the intellectual assets that you have in your institutions. You have worked so hard to serve your community, to keep them inspired by the story of Ukraine, the history of Ukraine, the language, literature and culture of your country has been preserved and highlighted by the work that you as librarians have done to support not just the identity of your country, but the well-being, the mental health of your citizens. The West owes you a huge debt. Whatever we can do to help, we will. At a very small gesture, I am very proud that my book is being published in Ukrainian, and I wish I could be there with you to celebrate its translation and the issuing of it in your country. There will be a special chapter devoted to the destruction of libraries and archives in Ukraine and what you as a community have done to preserve the knowledge where you can. What I also hope it will do is serve as an inspiration, because the book not only charted destruction, but it also highlighted the way that librarians and archivists throughout history have sought to protect their collections, to preserve knowledge and to ensure that it passes from one generation to the next, and that it survives the attempts of authoritarian regimes to suppress the identity and the rights of your citizens. Please take it as a token gesture to inspire, I hope, and to continue to encourage your work. Finally, I say this to librarians, archivists and museum curators in Ukraine. Take courage, be strong, we stand with you. Slava Ukraini!